Today we are going to see a lesson which is going to be quite challenging. The third level by Jack Finney. This lesson talks about a person called Charlie who lives in New York, and one day he has a strange experience. And of course, this is an experience his friends would not be able to help him with in explaining the mystery of the experience. You know what is the experience? At the Grand Central Railway Station, which has 2 levels, he says, I have found one more level, which is the third level at the railway station. You can imagine. If you tell your parents or your friends or your teachers that my classroom has got one more extra floor, or my school building has got an extra floor, if it doesn't have it, you can guess what will be the outcome. So Charlie tells his wife that I have seen a third level at New York's Grand Central Station. He shares the same experience with his friends also. They all say that you have gone crazy and you should consult a psychiatrist. And he has a friend, Sam, who is a psychiatrist. Charlie goes to him and Sam tells him that you are unhappy. Not only you, most of the people in the modern world are unhappy because it is full of hurry, tension, anxiety, worry, etc. There is no peace in this world. Everyone is struggling for survival. So everyone is looking for some way of escape from this tension. And Sam says that, Charlie, your third level is a dream which you have seen not when you were sleeping, but when you were awake. Or it is a dream that everyone sees when they are awake. So we see 2 kinds of dreams. One that we see when we are asleep, and the dreams that we see when we are awake. So he tells Charlie that this is a waking dream wish fulfillment. You are trying to fulfill something which you actually cannot. So if you read about dreams, dreams are a projection of our own unfulfilled desires. There are many more theories about this. I'm not going into all those complex aspects of it. Whatever is necessary for this level of learning. So dreams are a projection of our own unfulfilled desires. So Charlie wants to have a peaceful world and peaceful life and, a tension-free life. But he doesn't have it. So he looks for some kind of an escape from reality. Don't you think we all look for some escape from reality? Yes. So Charlie finds the third level. And this reality for Charlie, that is third level, though it's a dream, now it's a reality. He says, I have gone into the third level. I have seen it. The world of third level is not the modern world. It is 1890s. That is 19th century. People are dressed like in the 19th century. The newspaper that he finds is of 19th century. So everything that Charlie finds in third level are not from the modern world, it is from 1890s. And deep inside, Charlie wants that if at all life could be so simple and peaceful like it was in 19th century, the kind of life his grandparents lived. If you ask your own grandparents, they would tell you life was not so complex like it is today. And there was a lot of significance in relationships. But in the modern world, everyone is busy, nobody has time to care for each other. Our circles of friends, our dear ones, it's all very, very limited. So there was a time when, before we had phones and internet and all these facilities, if a person goes away from home for a job or some work far off, a letter that he or she would send would take weeks to reach his parents. So that period till the letter came, that period is called the period of anticipation. It was so beautiful actually. People had the strength, the tolerance, the patience to wait for the letter. Now what has happened? Every minute you can update somebody. So there is no space for anticipation. There is no charm of longing for something. Everything is instant coffee method. So we need to understand that if we are getting frustrated due to a lifestyle, we should find out ways of leisure when we don't do anything. Just relax. Take a break from gadgets and just look around. Talk to people. Help your parents. This will make you mentally healthy. So Charlie's psychiatrist Sam tells him that he's trying to escape from this modern world, which everybody is trying to do, because everyone is unhappy. And towards the end of the lesson comes the most debated and discussed twist. Charlie has one more hobby, you know. You know what is that? He collects stamps. Actually, the stamp collection that he has, he didn't start it. It was started by his grandfather. So he continues that hobby. I'm sure that all of you will have some hobby or the other. If you don't have, please start one today itself. I remember Albert Einstein who said that don't forget life among your mathematical calculations and scientific theories. Life is something so beautiful, simple. You cannot complicate it intellectually all the time. So Charlie has this habit of stamp collection. So he was searching among the stamps which his grandfather had left behind. He found a letter which was written in 1890s. And who wrote it? Charlie's psychiatrist Sam. How is that possible? And what did Sam write? Charlie, I have seen Third Level. Not only you, I have also seen it. And it's really good. Yeah, it's worth visiting. And the letter ends and the lesson ends. I would request every one of you to give your own insights and make it look so logical when you justify your insights. What does the letter in Third Level mean? It's a very important question. Is it real? So if you ask me what I think about this, I would say that this is a psychological tactic used by Sam. You know, psychiatrists or if you go to psychotherapists or counselors, they know very well how to handle the kind of situation that you are in. Have you seen the movie Dear Zindagi? If you haven't, I think you should watch it. It's a movie where you will find the psychiatrist or the psychotherapist or counselor, whatever you call him. He doesn't follow a fixed method of helping the girl. Some days he would say, we are not going to meet in my clinic, we'll go to the beach and play. Because he wants to slowly take out the actual person in her. You know, when we are very informal with somebody, we will be able to discover the other person. If you remain formal all the time, no, you will only see the disguised self. So this is one of the most powerful and effective strategies used by psychiatrists and therapists and counselors to bring out the actual you. If Sam tells Charlie, suppose that Charlie, this is very bad, there is no third level, stop talking about something like that, it doesn't exist, this is all nonsense. If he says something like that, that is not going to help Charlie, or it is not the right way you approach a person who has a mental situation like that. He has to support him. Yes, it exists, because Charlie's strange experience is a harmless experience. He's not a violent person that is going and attacking people around. He's only dreaming of a peaceful time, like those days in Galesburg. What is wrong? Don't you all have some nostalgia? Don't you all want to escape, at least for some days, to some peaceful place? Yes. Is it harmful? No. It's nice to have some dreams which may not be real. It's nice. It keeps us balanced in this world of frantic hurry and, anxieties and tension. It's nice to have some dreams, some ways of escape, to be sane. So Charlie knows that. So he's trying to give more conviction to, Sam knows it. Sam knows it. And he's trying to give more conviction to Charlie's dreams by writing the letter. Now Charlie is very happy. Though he's not able to find the third level again, but he says, yes, it exists. Fine, let him. So it's a very interesting twist in the story. The psychological tactics used by Sam. You must have seen the movie called Manichitrathar in Malayalam, and those who don't speak Malayalam or understand Malayalam, they must have seen the remake versions of it, Bhool Bhulaiya in Hindi. You'll find the psychiatrist is never formal with the people around. He is always very playful. He doesn't appear to be serious at all. But towards the end of the movie, you come to know that everything he did for a reason. If he remained very serious and cut off and aloof, he won't be able to see the actual self of the people around him. So he used an effective method by appearing very informal, playful, and cool. So he could get maximum access into their mind. So read the lesson, enjoy it, come out with your own unique explanation of what is the underlying message or situation in the lesson, the third level. All the best.